Well, I thought I'd show you the flow system today, and I'm working alone in the lab today, and it's still the pandemic, but in the personal space I'll be fine here. I have the flow apparatus in front of me. I have the 3 pumps that are here, and I have the 3 injectors. I'm just going to use 2 of the injectors for today's experiment, just injector A and B, and I'm going to look at a standard reductive amination with 2 pretty reasonable, readily available materials. An isomer of vanillin known as orthovanillin, and I'm going to look at a toluidine, orthotoluidine. And I use these 2 because they are well characterized for forming the imine and the reductive amination product, and there's some color involved from the imine to the amine reduction, so I like to see that as well. I'm running a total flow of 0.2 mils per minute. I have a loop here that's about 10 milliliters in volume, so it's going to take some time for it to get through that loop. I'm running that loop today at 57 degrees C, so it'll have that time residence in the loop based on that 10 milliliter volume of the loop itself, and then we'll collect and take a look at the results. We'll get a close-up of the loop when it's actually running. Now at this point you can see the difference between areas in which the reaction has taken place and where it hasn't occurred yet. We have the imine coming in at the bottom of the coil, so you see the yellow color associated with the imine, but if we look further up the coil, the solutions are clear, because when you actually reduce it to the amine, it loses its color. We're also at the end of the run, and I had a slight excess of the imine, so at some point the imine will go through unchanged when we run out of sodium borohydride. But that's the color change that we can see with this type of vessel.